Hello, hello, good evening, and welcome to Candy's Crafts Corner. How are you today? This beautiful Sunday, the 23rd, I believe, yes. Uh, God, I can't believe February is almost gone. I'm Candy Rodo coming to you live from New York City. And today we are gonna do, as I promised, alternative with the beautiful I called it mistakenly Grow with Love, but that's the bundle that coordinates with. It's called Hello Spring Paper Pumpkin. Is the paper pumpkin for February. And the set made these beautiful three cards. Well, it makes three of each design. So it makes 9 cards of this design, and this design. And it features, of course, the herbs that coordinate with the Grow with Love paper pumpkin, which is the paper pumpkin bundle, sorry, which is the one I showed you last week that we did some ideas with. Okay, this is the beautiful one, and it has the coordinating dies that can make the seed booklet and everything. A booklet, sorry. They can make the seed packages, but you can use those little packages for many other things. I'm just double checking that everything is working. I didn't double check. I was just talking and talking. All right. So we have today these three alternatives. Two are, like one is a fan fold. This one. I love the stamping on the card. I'll show you how to do that. It's very easy. Hi, Teresa. Hello again. Teresa and I were just in a team meeting together. So this is the other one card. It uses the elements in there. I'll show you in a second. And then the project number 3 is not a card, but it's this little booklet that opens accordion like this. And I put some seed packages that you can give to somebody who's a gardener, somebody who wants to have a windowsill garden or kitchen garden with herbs. And I decorated with some elements from the Storybook Moments and the papers from Storybook Moments, but you can use any other paper that you want. The outside of these uses the materials in the paper pumpkin and some cardstock. Okay, so but let's start with the cards first, and then we'll go back to the little booklet. All right, so we're gonna start with this card. This is an easy C-fold card that uses one of the card bases that come in the set. This one. It comes with 3 different sets. You can use the other. You can make the same fold by just using the other one of the other card bases. But I just used the Lost Lagoon one because I love Lost Lagoon. It's a nice, very nice, soothing color, I think. But how you fold it is instead of folding it with the color outside, you fold it with the color inside. Let me grab my materials here. And we're gonna crisp this. It's a little bit of glue from my mat. I should have cleaned my mat before going live, but anyway, let me pass a little bit of, so we don't want to ruin anything. One of the handy things to have these alcohol pads handy in your desk station, and they remove the glue very easily from anywhere, including your bond folder. Since I have it open, I'm just gonna clean it. And these, when you use something like what I use, or like this, take your pick tool, or this is the piercing tool, it removes the alcohol very, very easily. Okay, so that, I think that's better now. Also from your fingers. If your fingers are sticky, very handy to have. All right, so we are folding this the other way around. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this part here and align it with a spine and just press down. You can actually measure it and do it with your trimmer, but it's so much easier. So much easier to just fold it back. Hi, Emma. Hello. Thank you for joining. All right. So now that we have that, we're gonna stamp some image here, and I'm using the mint from Grow with Love because I believe, yes, I believe that there's. I want to use this label. Let me see which one I have prepared before I start. Oh, I don't have any prepared. I can use just then whatever. We'll get one of these here. No, we're gonna get one of the many labels that came here. Where are they? Oh, I know. I actually saved them for the booklet and I put them all here. Let me see if I can just grab one. I like the mint for that one. And we can use something else for our booklet. So because I'm using the mint here, I'm gonna use the mint here to stamp around. And this comes from the Grow with Love. The other herb that is here, you could use it if you don't have that set. In the paper pumpkin comes with the chives. It's not going to look as pretty because it would be just like the branches of the chive. Or you can actually stamp the flower as well. But it could be nice actually. I'm thinking maybe you should try that. But I kind of like this. Anyway, no, I'm going to stick to my original idea. Hi, Abby. Hola. Again. Hi, Deborah. Yeah, I'm going to use the mint, but if you don't have the Grow with Love, which I like the versatility of the set and everything, but if you don't want to buy it, I totally understand. You can use the chives stamp that come in the paper pumpkin. So let me grab some scrap paper. I don't need my mat because this is a clean set. So I'm just gonna go like this. So sorry, I kicked the camera. Yeah, I love this set, Emma. Emma just ordered the set. If you want to order it, now's the time because it's still celebrations. And that means that for every $60 or $120, you get something for free. And if this is my real good recommendation, I think, if you don't have the Alphabet a la Mode dies, I pay a pretty penny when those came out last year or 2 years ago, was it? I think it was 2 years ago, I believe. They are now free with an order of $60. I mean, like, really. If you don't have them, they're super versatile. I love them for monogramming. They're very elegant alphabet dies. All right, so now we've done that. I'll do the same. Well, I don't need to do the same because the envelopes come already decorated. But anyway, I may do the same to an envelope and save the envelope for something else. So I had cleaned the desktop, and now that I put my dirty paper there, it's all glued again. Oh well. Should have got another cleaner. All right. All right, so that's very easy. Now I used this stitched rectangle dies. You can use whatever. I use these because there's ones that are coming soon. I don't think they're available yet, or are they? I don't know if they're part of the, I think they are. They're part of the online exclusives. It's a set of oh, the alphabet alamut is saying that it's not longer available. Sorry. Yeah, I was surprised to see them for free, but anyway, going back to this, I just ordered the new set of rectangle dies that are like layering. I loved all this kind of stuff. These are the ones that you never part with because they're very, very useful. But I didn't get my order yet. I thought I would get it. So I used this stitch rectangle, layering rectangles, I think it was called. But anyway, I was hoping to use the other ones, but use whatever you want, whatever you have. I mean, that's pre-order, or it's pre-order, or they're not yet available. Teresa said they're not yet available. I thought that pre-order is already available. Well, maybe not. Anyway, I'm just stamping the corner there on the inside card, and that's a rectangle that more or less measures 3 by 4.5, I believe. Yes. Well, whatever you have. The important thing is that then in the front you're gonna have something to cover it. I think I did the wrong side. Okay, I did it wrong. This one is the one that goes on the side. Sorry, I'm a little over the place today. All over the place. Let's do this again. I'm gonna leave that like that too. So the small one, that's the one inside where you're gonna write your sentiment, is about a little bit over 2.5 by 4, more or less. But the important thing is it has to be smaller than your front one because you want it covered. Okay, that's the thing. Whatever you use, just do it smaller. And if not, you can just cut a rectangle that's 2.5 by 4, and that will be good enough. Okay. Sorry. Thank you for sharing, Deborah. I really, really, really appreciate that. Let's see if we can get some more viewers in. All right. So let me start. Let's start with the front. I think that's the easy part. So once I have that, I have one that measures the same as the inside, and I'm going to put it like this, just with a little bit of glue. And this time I remember to get my new glue, so there won't be any problems for it coming. I'm just gonna do like this. I don't want to go to the size exactly because these are gonna come out of the frame of my bottom layer, right? So I'm just gonna go like something like that. And then this is one of the labels that come in the set already with the image on and all. But if you don't have, if you have the Grow with Love, you can make your own. You see, with any image you want, make your own. But if it's handy that it comes with some. We may have to do some more for the booklet, but that's for later. And this is the biggest sheet of dimensionals I've seen in my life. And it comes in the paper pumpkin kit, so very handy. We're gonna put 4 of them here. And upside down will be a good thing. Upside down, I mean right side up will be a good thing. I don't know if this is totally center. Probably not. It's a little confusing when you put something that's off center, that then to see what's parallel. But anyway, I think this is pretty good, right? And then we're gonna adhere this to our cover. But mind you put glue only on this side. Easy enough. So it's less than half way. I'm just gonna put some liquid glue. And center it in your car. That's good, would be the front of your car. And then we'll open here. So what now we need to put this in the center of our bottom layer here, making sure that you don't see it from the front, which I think it'll be okay. Whichever we do, because it's a little bit smaller. So an easy but nice and effective card. And as I said, if you don't have any shape dies, like the decal rectangles would be good, or these, or the ones that are coming out in the pre-order, in the online exclusive that you'll be able to order soon. You can always cut a rectangle with your trimmer. All right, so that's the basics, but now we stamp some sentiment here, and I'm gonna stamp sending love, which is one of the sentiments that come in the set. And we'll trim it after I stamp it. Just make sure that I got it straight. Hi, Julia, watching quietly from work. Shh. We won't tell anybody. We won't wake up any resident. Thank you for joining. All right. So at some point, Candy will replace the wrapping of this mat because it's a mess. But anyway. All right. So now that I have it like that, I'm just going to trim it. It came out pretty straight, so I'm just going to trim it pretty straight too. When it's a small piece of paper, I like to come from the other side because I cannot hold it. So I like to come from the outside in when I'm trimming. I'm just gonna trim just a wee bit from the bottom. And the rest I'm just gonna do it by hand. This slant cut. Try to making it parallel. I'm happy with it. So we're gonna put it in a dimensional here as well. It's double dimensional, but I think it would be okay. And they gave us so many. I'm so happy with them. And it's like, oh, great. It does cover the place that says mint here. It's so light, though, that I don't mind that it covers it. All right. Should have actually gone through my cut there a little bit better. So not my cut, my fold, I meant. So it doesn't open so well. But that's fine. And now it's all for the decorating. The set also came with some thread that I hope I have handy. And I do. There we go. And I'm going to make a little bow out of it. All right, come on. There we go. Okay, Just always a little tricky to find which one is out here. The beginning. There we go. And I'm just gonna do like a bow. Actually, this is thinner than I use my own nylon linen thread, and it seems to be a little. I'm gonna actually use mine just because it's a little darker. Or not. Let's just do a double bow here, and that will be good enough anyway. So that you see that I'm using materials in the kit. All right. So I'm just gonna do a quick double bow. It came out okay. Just don't want the ear so big. And that's it. And we're gonna put it like that. I think I'll even leave the longer tails. I kind of like them. A glue dot to hold it together. Just gonna fold it in half. And that's it. And then a little bit of bling because Candy likes bling. And also because I want to show you these new ones. They're two-tone sparkle gems. Very nice. And one of the tones in my eyes is Lost Lagoon. The other one is kind of like a purple thingy. But I went with the Lost Lagoon and it kind of looks cute. So I'm going to put one here. And a smaller one over here. And then another big one here on this layer, a little tucked in, like that. All right, so this is my first card, my first alternative. I hope you like it. And we move on right away to the second alternative, which will do the other card. We'll do the cards first, and then we'll do the booklet. And I was gonna show you my original, and I don't know where I put it. Oh, here. Here it is. All right, so this is what we're aiming for. It's not hard, especially if I have the pieces pre-cut. So we start with a base. You could use one of the card bases that you got, one of the non-illustrated card bases that you got in the set. And as I showed you, it was the Lost Lagoon and it was this one too. But I kind of like to leave it all in the green rather than use this one. So I'm going to use this one for something else. So we're going to score this in half. I like to score when it's so big. I like to score it because I think I have it better measured. We're gonna score it at 4 1/4. Okay. And I also got the other card base and I cut it in half. So this is the other card base that came in the set. It was the Lost Lagoon, the basic base, and this one. But it's like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. And this Grow with Love bundle that didn't come with matching DSP. So I want to use this as DSP. And the other thing that bothered me is that then you have this kind of going the wrong way if you do that, because this is upside down, not upside down, right side up. But if you turn it around, they're all upside down. So I'm like, I'm going to cut them and make 2 of them. So I'm going to trim it at, I think it was, let me double check that. I just measured it before the live. I remember by heart, but it was 3.5 by a little bit more than, we're going to do, it doesn't matter. We do 3.5. And then we're going to cut stripes of 1.5 from it. This bundles are like 1.5 each. Okay, so let's do the 3.5. You can cut from the bottom. You decide how you want to cut it. I'm gonna cut from the top. I'll save this. It could be a nice thing to put like a little message on top for another card, something like that, you see. But anyway, saving. And now we're gonna cut 3 strips of 1.5 from here. Oops. Okay, 1.5. This is not strip number 1. 1.5. Strip number 2. And 1.5. Strip number 3. And again, save this for something else. You know, you can decorate the inside of your car with it, something like that. Anyway, save it. Nothing goes to waste. Kind of my motto here. Works for food and craft supplies. There's glue everywhere today. I don't know where it's coming from. All right, so now we have a card base. We have this, and what we need also is a mat that is 4 by 5.25, which I already have here. But before doing this, I'm gonna actually put this here. And we kind of have to put them in order. I mean, you don't have to put them in order, but it looks nicer that it continues the image, right? It's just fractured. Like so. It looks nicer like that. Okay? So that's how they're gonna go. Now we have to glue them down. Okay? Easy. So as I was saying, this week is the last week. Friday is like the last day for celebration. So it's the perfect time to stack on your essentials, on your consumables. So if you run out of cardstock or inks, or if your blends are dry, now is the time to get them, because you get free products. And who doesn't like free things for getting the things that you need? All right. Center this a little bit. I want more or less equidistant. But it's of course a handmade card, so it's not gonna be perfect. All right. All right. So this is our base, and it will go here. But then first we're gonna put some sort of ribbon here, and you know, I used this old ribbon which looks very cute. Could use that, or we could use the thread that it came. But any thin ribbon will work. Just let me see if I can reach my old olive, really thin ribbon. And that, I don't remember where it came from, but it came from, I remember it was a 2-pack here. I have it right here. Yeah, and when they don't have any printing on it, is that it was a 2-pack. So I'm just gonna grab to get rid of this the spool of ribbons. I'm just gonna cut a big piece and put this away again. All right. If you don't have any olive green ribbon, you can use a mossy meadow ribbon, you can use a gold ribbon, you can use the thread that it came with the packages. I'm just giving you ideas on how to create, like kind of like a card recipe that you can just make your own with whatever you have in your house. It's my motto of this year. As I told you, I'm gonna use what I have. Not that I don't get anything new, because I am getting a bunch of things, but like, I want to justify that everything I bought is being used, everything that I bought in the past. So I make room for more things that give me pleasure. And that's an important part, that you get pleasure from these things. Just gluing, putting a little bit of extra, a little bit on the middle. That's it. We center it in here. And then we're gonna make a bow with this. I'll attach it at the end. Oh, there's the fire department. Were you missing them? They come out every Sunday, right? When I'm live. Well, they come many other times, but all right. So I'm making a bow. I can tie the bow here, or I can just put a glue dot. I could have tied it directly on the ribbon. Maybe I'll tie it on the ribbon. All right. Now I don't see how it will come straight. Hopefully like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I'll trim it later. I'm just gonna work on my label now. For this, as I said, we have the chives in the paper pumpkin, and it comes with a flower, so you can do the two colors. The flower can be this petunia pop, that's the ink that came in the paper pumpkin, but of course I'm using old olive for my greenery. But I've already done that, because I can do another one to show you how it's done, but you know how to stamp. But I had to die cut it. And how did I die cut it? I used the add-on that coordinates with 3 paper pumpkins. This is the add-on from January, that was the heart. February, which is this one with the Hello Spring, that has the chive thing and the flower to be cut. Sorry, I'm not showing here. And this will be for March paper pumpkin with the bee and the panels there. How you call it? The honeycomb there. Yes. All right. So I pre-cut those because you know how it's not a good idea for me to use the cut and emboss machine on my little TV tray here, because it just jiggles everything, and it's too much. So I have 2 flowers to choose, and I have actually 2 flowers because I need 2 flowers. So there you go. But these stamp very nicely. So I'm going to stamp the inside card with the chive, so you can see what is stamped, and then you can imagine how, if you have the add-on, you can really die cut it really easily. You could also fussy cut it. Is not so hard, not a particularly hard one to do. I'm risking it without my mat. Hopefully it will work. I'm glad, Teresa, that you like the ribbon. It came with, I can't remember what set it was. It's very old. And it came with an orange ribbon too. It was this one and in an orange ribbon. Okay, stamping this is a little deceptive because the branches or the grass, the leaves of the chives go a little bit oblique to the left. So if you want to put them more straight, what will happen is that then your chive will be crooked. I've done that. So that's what I'm telling you. Don't do that. Or if you do it for effect, that's up to you. So I put them here as I would stamp them, but basically to stamp it was like more like this. But I don't like to put them like this when they're pre-cut. But you know what I mean, right? Because when you die cut it, the word doesn't die cut the word chives. So just focus on the herb and that's it. And now with Petunia Pop, we're gonna stamp the flowers. I didn't know that chives had that color flower. And they're kind of Petunia poppy color. And you know how I know? Not because I'm a gardener. Though I have plenty of plants here and I grow my own basil and it doesn't die. I cannot grow the other herbs, but the basil I can. So look, this is the chives. And they're like purplish, pinkish purple thing. So it's kind of Petunia poppy, right? So this is for the inside card. So let's go ahead and glue it since we're at it. Right. This is for later. Right. There we go. So we have the inside, which came out very nice. And now we're going to stamp, since I'm stamping everything. This says to a wonderful friend. And it came also in the paper pumpkin. And we're going to do it in Petunia Pop. And just to make sure that I do it right, I'm going to get my foam mat this time. There we go. To a wonderful friend. It's a nice sentiment that goes with many occasions, as long as you have a wonderful friend. And I'm lucky to have a bunch of them. So, all right. So now we prop this with. Wait, let's get the big dimensionals. Where did I leave them? Oh, I misplaced them. And they're so big and I still misplaced them. Oh, here they are. Just gonna put one in this corner there and one in this corner there because the ribbon will go in the middle and I don't think we need more. You can put 4, but I don't think there's the need. I see this crooked a little bit. Let's see. There, I think. So now we're gonna put it. I should have done this more to the side so I could put the chives on the label like I did here. But I forgot. So I'm gonna have to put the chives a little bit outside the label, which is fine. Like that. You know, right to the extreme. So we're gonna put a little bit of glue here and then a tiny, like a mini dimensional on the side. The mini dimensional, like there. Will it go there? Yes, and another one down here. I think down here we can put a regular one. Well, this is a medium one. from a previous paper pumpkin. And then just gonna get the glue right in there, just a little bit. And hopefully, oh no, there where I'll do it like that. There. Maybe I need a little bit of glue up there too. Just this corner. There. So it sticks down. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't want to stick down. I'm going to put a dimensional down there. There. Now it's sticking. Sometimes it's just a matter to find a way. And now for the flowers. One of these medium dimensionals will go great. And you see how this one is a little bit off center and it has a lot of white. When that happens, if I want to use it, I'll just trim it like that by hand, leaving a little bit of white because it does match the other one. But that's how I'm going to do it. And I'm going to put it with another dimensional right there. Actually, this one goes here, and there's no room because I'm covering the whole thing. All right, Candy. Well, we'll put it more to the side like that. All right. Maybe a little bit further down. There. All right. So that's card number 2. Oh, we have to trim this and put some bling because I like bling. Just on the slant. Oh God, I should have used my fabric scissors. That's why one has fabric scissors. Let's see if I can put this farther down like that. Once you have it where you want it, you can always secure it with a glue dot so it doesn't move around. And I think that's what we're gonna do. Secure it with a glue dot. And that'll be the end of it. There. All right. So that's card number 2. Oh no, we need the bling, I said. And for this one, I use, and this is gonna be like, oh, why are you using these colors? These are the Riverside Irregular Pearls. And what I like about them is that these ones are a little bit more whitish. That once you put them here, they pick up the color and they have like a green sheen that goes, can you see that? I don't know if it comes out in a little bit bluish here, but I see it in my screen as in my paper as more green. It depends how the light hits because they're iridescent. So we're gonna use a big one, and then it also has the pink sheens of the petunia pop and this bubble bath. Thank you, Deborah. I'm so happy you like it. So then I'm gonna put another one in this panel right here, and a third one. I think I used the other ones here. I used the other ones before, the gray ones, and I'm using the white ones now. It doesn't really matter because they all have this sheen that I was talking about that I like. So And they pick up the color that they have around. That's what I like about them. All right. And they're shiny and nice. So there you go. And honestly, these would have been wonderful on this too, now that I see it on the previous card, because look at this. Look at how nice, right? Anyway, more ideas. I like to use embellishments when I'm ordering embellishments. It depends on when you have to hit a certain amount to get, say, the discount of the celebration. That's what I use that for. Like, oh, I'll add the embellishments. And so think about them. It's my excuse. All right, so let's move on to the booklet. That's the most original stuff, right? I mean, cars are cars, and we all make cars, but the booklet was fun to make room. So let me find the booklet again so you can see. It starts with this. It's like smaller than a car base. This, I have my measurements here because I want to make sure that I give you the measurements. The cardstock, if you want to take a screenshot, I can do that. The cardstock is 6 by 4 1/4, and we'll score it at 2 7/8 and 3 1/8. And the DSP, which is what makes the accordion, it's 4 by 11, and we'll score it at 2 3/4, 5 1/2, and 8 1/4. All right. And then for the cover, we have for the cardstock mat is 4 by 2 5/8, and the DSP in the middle, it will be 3 3/4 by 2 3/8. Okay. But I need my cheat sheet there because I'm not going to remember all this by heart. Anyway, so this is how it goes. And what I wanted to tell you is that by doing this, you get this thin spine. This spine is like 1/4 of an inch. It kind of allows enough height to include three booklets of three packages of seeds, 3 little envelopes. If you want to put one in each panel here and you have like 6, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then you need to increase this at least by to a 1/2 inch. So you will have to add a 1/2 inch to the cardstock and then just figure out how you want to well, I guess that the first cut will be the same, but then the second cut, the second fold will be a little wider. All right, so this will be the front is 2 7/8, okay, and the back is 2 7/8, and the spine will be a 1/2 inch for the 6 booklets, because of course they'll have some height, right? So you need a sticker. So this is how much it affords you here to be able to keep it close so it doesn't go like this, right? Anyway. And this stamp is this little round stamp that says "for you." I love it. It comes in the paper pumpkin, and it matches the one in the set that says "grown with love." But I kind of like it. I find it more useful that says "for you." And then I used the Spotlight in Nature, the smaller of the dies, the round dies, and it has this radiating thingy going around. I think it looks so perfect for this, right? I've already pre-cut mine because, I don't want to have to do it with the cut and emboss machine. But anyway, let's start putting it together, okay? So here's let's start with this is the booklet, back and front, and we have to score it 6 by 4 1/4, and we're gonna score it at 2 7/8. So it's almost 3, but it's not quite. 2 7/8. And 3 1/8. And if I measure it properly, it should be all even. And I think I did. Right? So there. That's your little booklet thingy. And then I've already pre-cut my piece of DSP. It's 4 and by 11. And we're going to score it at 2 3/4. By the way, I'm using, as you could see, Storybook Moments DSP, just because I think it goes with the theme of the herbs. And it has this on the back as well, the little village. Very, very cute set. So we said 2 3/4. We're scoring. Then 5.5. So it's every 2 3/4 pretty much. 5.5, Candy. That's 4.5. All right. Thank God I realized. And then 8.25. So basically every 2 3/4. So you add. So if you wanted to make it larger, yes, you can add more. But you cannot make it much larger because our paper only gets to. Why is this? That looks smaller. 8.25. Oh, 8.25. There you go. 8.25. All right. Our paper only gets to 12 inches. So, all right. So we have a little bit of an extra fold there that I didn't intend. But anyway, we're going to try to flatten it. There we go. We kind of flattened it. Now we don't see it. Yeah. Happy with that. All right. So we're going to fold it. It depends. You can fold it like this or you can fold it the other way, accordion like, right? I'm going to do it like this because I like my vegetables in the front and my village in the back. And then that's how it's going to go. We're going to adhere this here. It's actually really easy once you figure it out. And this was going to be right to the fold, okay? So right to the fold, that's where you're going to have to align it to the first fold. And the rest, it will be the room that you need for the spine. So let's score it properly first on both sides. And then put a little bit of glue. And the good thing is that if you don't have anybody to give seeds to, or you're not a gardener, or don't want to give this, you can convert this into a little mini photo album, mini memory album. You can put like a gift card in one of the envelopes, a little note in another one of the envelopes. So the envelopes don't need to be for seeds only. There we go. All right, so that's the basics. Very easy, right? And then let's do the front, and then we'll do the envelopes for the last. So for the front, what I did was I took one of these envelopes and I broke it down. Because, if I use it for the booklets, I'm not going to use it for the envelope. I'm not going to use the envelope, so I can use the DSP in this because it's all the way in the beautiful DSP with the flowers. So, yeah, I want it. So, I'm just going to try to get a slight cut there just to open the envelope up. And same on the other side. And look how much paper you have. Isn't it nice? So I think that I actually used. I don't want to lie, so I'm just gonna double check. But one of them, I think it was. You can't tell, but I think one of them was this one that has a little bit wider thingy. So I'm using this that has the flap, but I'm gonna use it almost double. Like how if you see through the light here, I don't know if you can see it, but this is where they overlap with the bottom. But anyway, what I need this to be, it was 3 3/4 by 2 3/8. So 2 3/8. I'm gonna just cut it here so it's easier for me to navigate there. And I'm just gonna cut a little bit more like that. There. So I'm just gonna cut from here. Let's see. Save the rest because you have the front to do as well. Just gonna make my life easier that way. And if I actually we said 3 3/4, right? So I have plenty. So and 2 3/8, 2 3/8. 1 2 3/8. It's right there. Just save this. We'll make a nice notebook or something. And you get the extras because of the overlapping of the envelope, but you're using it all. And 3 3/4. God, I should have taken that out of here. There. And I need another one that's also for the back. So thankfully, I have my other part here where I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna take the fold out of there. And now from the bottom, I'm gonna do the 3 3/4. Save this by 2 3/8. 1 2 3 8. All right, so that's what we don't need, and these are the two parts that we need. Now we need also the mat that I think I already pre-cut. 2 mats in mossy meadow that coordinate very, very nicely. And then one is for the front and one is for the back. Okay. All right. One and the other. The other has the flap from the envelope, but nobody's gonna see that, so we don't care. Everything is being used. There we have the front, we have the back, and we have the middle. So let's play with that now that it's like you can choose which one you like better for your front or your back, because we're gonna have the things here. I kind of like this one for the front. This one is nice for the front too. No, I'm going to use this one for the front, this one for the back. But before we put that, very important, we have to put our ribbon first. Thank God I remember, because I hate to have to to scrape that out, right? So for the ribbon, I use this pecan pie. This is now on, I think it's on the last chance or on clearance. I'm not sure. It's a beige with a pecan pie seam in the middle. But then I thought, these elements are white, and why am I using the vanilla here? So I'm reverting to my beloved diagonal stripe ribbon. It's an how you call it, retired, but I want to use it. So you can use whatever ribbon you want. That's basically what I was trying to say. Well, let's do it pretty long. So, because it's easier. This is going to be open and closed all the time. So you want to make sure that you don't have just a little bit of ribbon. So you want to be generous with your ribbon so that the recipient can actually do the bow easily. If it's too long, I'll adjust it later. Okay. So we're going to put this more or less in the middle. Like that. Like that, right? And then mark the middle more or less so you can put it wherever it goes, like that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a piece of turn tape that also comes in this set, the paper pumpkin, I mean, but I'm sure you all have it on your toolboxes. And we don't want to go all the way till the end, but it would have helped to do it a little bit longer. You don't want it to go to the end because you don't want to see the glue through the, I mean, you wouldn't see because you'll see the ribbon, but anyway, you know what I mean. It would have been nicer to have it a little bit longer, but it's okay if it's like that. All right. Just gonna lift it. I don't know if it's totally centered. It looks like it's a little bit towards the top there, but I'll adjust it when I put my ribbon. As long as even if you see a little bit of the glue, it doesn't matter because we're going to put the stuff on top of it and the ribbon. So whatever you don't want to see the glue is here in the spine. In the front, it doesn't matter because it's going to be covered. So we put this in the center and we position it how we want it. I think that's pretty good. Now that we have it like that, we have this. This was my front, yes, and this was my back. So I just want to glue it. That's it. Center it. Not on the spine. Remember, you have to leave the spine free. And this one, the same. Center it in your cover. This is your cover. This is how it opens. All right. And that's it. Now we decorate, like, let's tie it together so we can decorate the front without having to hold it back. There we go. Nice big bow. And as I said, I don't mind because you want to open this several times. And see how it now goes down because we haven't put the envelopes yet. Once we put the envelopes for the seats inside, it's going to be different. But let's finish decorating the front. So this is another element that came in the paper pumpkin set. This little stripy thing. And look how nice it coordinates with this. I think this is a very fine ribbon for this. And then we have some herbs, if I can find them. Yeah, I actually used the rosemary for this one. I used the thyme for the other one. And what else do we need? We need the little for use circle that I know I did. So I did a bunch of them. Oh, I have them here, I think. I think this may be extras. But I think this is good enough, right? Yes. Oh, and we had these two here. If we want to do, I'll let you choose the herb that we want to put in the front. Which one do you guys like? The basil, the rosemary, or the thyme? Let me know. Meanwhile, I'm going to put my dimensional for this. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody has a preferred herb. A little bit to the side. Well, then I'm going to choose. And I think for variety's sake, I'm just going to do this one. Yes. I'm going to do the rosemary. Since nobody chimed in, put it right there. And then we're going to put dimensionals for this too. The one on the far right. Well, too late, Teresa. I hope it was the rosemary because that's the one that's glued already. But thank you for saying. No, it will be different from this one. This one has the thyme. This one has the rosemary. Two of my preferred herbs, and then the basil also I love. All right, so that's our cover, and we can put some bling in it if you want. I'm using the blooming pearls. I don't know if they're available or not, but you can use whatever you think goes well that you have in your stash. Yeah, and a little one here to the right. There. A little bit farther to the right. There we go. I don't like when they align vertically. All right. Okay, so this is the booklet on the outside. And now we're going to do, let me save this because it will be my cheat sheet for another day. Now we have to decorate the inside. And I got an order in that I am still waiting for with the plaid paper that coordinates with this. It would have been very nice here, but because I didn't have it, I had to improvise, and I didn't have any more of it. I thought this orange goes well because there's a lot of orange here. This was from, I think it was Unbounded Beauty, I think. So, Unbounded Love, sorry. The DSP that coordinated with that. So but I didn't have enough for the three of them. So this one, I can't remember how this one was called. But anyway, it's still around there. Whatever paper. My intention was to use the plaid paper that comes in as part of the suite, but I haven't got it yet. So we're gonna make Oh, the other way around, because we want to show the orange. So at least it's all kind of orange and all kind of coordinates with this. I'm going to put this one on the back where I only have one envelope. So the two in the front, when you open it like this one has an envelope, this one has an envelope. You can do however you want. That's how I chose to do it. And these two are going to be the same. And then the one here in the middle will be the different one. Okay. Just for, you know. These were cut with the die from Grow with Love bundle that makes the little seed booklet. And how I adhere them together, you can use Tear and Tape if you want. I'm using just liquid glue. Do the little flap first, fold it in, and then do this one, just the side, fold it in, you're done. Okay? That's it. Easy as pie. And we fold that in. And the same with the other ones. So gonna do it really quickly. I wanted to have them done and I forgot. Well, I had team meeting and I was not counting on it because I forgot that we had team meeting. So all my prep time I spent eating during the team meeting. And I apologize, ladies, for the ones who are still here, that I was stuffing my face during the meeting, but I didn't have time to prepare then. Otherwise. And I think these envelopes are great, not for the seats only, but to put a gift card, to put a coupon, to make a little mini card. They have so many. You can put like a couple of the Ghirardelli square chocolates. You can do so many things. You can use it for tips if you have to give tips to people. You know, these are great tip envelopes as well. So this is the kind of die that I never part with because I love to have this kind of dies to make little packages and such. All right, so these are our 3 envelopes. Easy, right? So as I said, these 2 that are the same, I'm gonna glue to the side with the vegetables. And the one that's different, I'm gonna glue to the other side. I just love these vegetables. I didn't want to cover it. Like if you want to cover it, put a little label like that to say thank you or whatever. You can just put another of these labels, but I didn't want to cover it because I like it too much. So I'm gonna put my other envelope here. And believe it or not, we're almost done. And the other one goes here in the middle where there was no envelope in this side, right? So that's where the envelope is gonna go. All right, so that's our little envelopes. And then as for the decoration, let's see what I did here. Okay, so the ones in the front have the herbs that they will have. They're not filled yet, but I did buy rosemary, spearmint, and thyme and chives and basil to put in these little pockets. So when I give it, there will be something. And these I left blank because, it's nice to, maybe you want to say instructions for watering or for planting, or you can put like a little note for your receiver. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you for watching, and thank you for liking it. And then for this one, so let's find a note for this one. And I stamped this from the Grow with Love, which has this little frame, and then the die cut to cut the frame. So I already did that because, I don't like to die cut in camera with my setup being too frail, this little table. So this is gonna be blank. Center it. Teresa was saying last week that this would make a great set for a garden journal, and I think she is totally right. So here we're gonna have another one of these with our character guide from the Storybook Moments paper that has two sheets of pre-cut die cut. So that's where she's gonna go. If I was making a card, I would put that in dimensionals, but we don't, because it's a booklet, I don't want the height of the dimensional here. So I'm just gonna do this, making sure that it's straight. And our gardener guy, we're just gonna glue him. And I don't mind that it comes out of the frame. I kind of like that. So, and that's it. And now we have to put the labels here so we know what seeds we're putting in each one. So some of the labels already came in the, let's see what we have here. We have basil. I painted this because it looks so light that I filled it out with a little bit of olive green. I was not sure, because this is printed and not stamped. I was not sure if we were gonna see the veins. They got lost a little bit, but I don't mind it. I kind of like it. So I'm gonna put basil here. Oh, and for this one, I'm using tear and tape, which you have in. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Deborah. So important thing, you want to leave like the last quarter of the label, the top quarter, without adhesive, and I'll show you why. Because if you put it like that, let's leave this. If you put it like that, center it, you use this to close, and I think I put it too much, to close the flap of your envelope. I should have put it a little bit farther down, but that's okay. You get the idea, right? So we're gonna put basil here. Let's do chives. Chives in this one. Maybe we'll do chives in this one back here. And I'm gonna put less tear and tape. So let's say that you leave 3/4 free, the top 3/4 without adhesive. I think that'd be better. I don't even know if I'm on camera, but I'm just putting this adhesive, sorry. Peeling the back of the Terran tape. And the chives are gonna go. As I said, this label you have on your set. There you go. See, this is much easier because I put less. So there's more room to twist it down. And it will keep it close. Okay? And now for this one, because I didn't have enough, well, I do have. Look, I have my time, but I actually stamped that myself from my set because I didn't have more of the basil, thyme, and chives. That's a nice combination of herbs for anybody who likes cooking like I do. So I didn't have any more of the thyme, and I actually created my own with label out of the Grow with Love bundle. But you may have it, I've just used them. You may want to save the one that you have on the set for this. Or you may want to use another herb. Maybe you use the mint or something, you know. All right. I'm gonna center it like so. And there we go. These are a little bit more snuggle, but they can still open. Okay. And it's good that they can open not so easily, so they will keep the seats in place. And that's it. There you have it. I hope you like the projects today. So let's talk for a minute as I'm showing you the projects of the day. Let's talk for a minute about next week because it's Oscars Day and I am hosting an Oscars party, so I'm not gonna be live. And because I have to put all my things away, I'm not gonna be able to come live another day. So what I'll do is I'll record a video and I'll upload it on Sunday, but it won't be live. But you still feel free to comment on whatever. I don't know what I'll do yet. Maybe more alternatives because I still have a couple of elements with this, or maybe something else with what I get if I get my order tomorrow. So these are my booklets. Then we have the chive card. And then we have the seafold card with the side printing. It looks so pretty. I love it. I love how this one came out. Anyway, as I said, thank you all for coming in tonight, and thank you for your continued support and for sharing and liking and commenting and everything. Thank you so much. And I'll update you on what I do next week. As I said, it won't be a live video, but I hope that's okay. And if you like movies like I do, enjoy the Oscars. All right. See you in a couple of weeks. Bye.